All right, gang, good morning. This is Nate Bear, lead technical tactician for Monument Traders Alliance and Trade of the Day. And in today's video update, just want to kind of go over the the indexes, where we're at, where I think we're headed, and then show you a short squeeze setup that I'm pretty interested in. I've started building a small position myself, and I'm looking to build into this. I think it's an interesting one that you're going to like. So anyway, let's dive in. So with the indexes, the biggest thing coming into this week is that the indexes were a little extended, right? So we pushed to new all-time highs, and let me actually make this a little bit thicker, but you can see this blue line here is +3 ATR. If you don't know what that means, that's just an ATR is the average true range that the SPY moves on a daily basis is $5.60. And if we're looking at this from an ATR perspective, it's +1. $5.60 up is +1. Another $5.60 up is +2. And then another $5.60 up is +3. Well, the SPY actually got up to like +3.5 ATR. That's rare air for the indexes. And when that happens, there's limited upside on the indexes. That doesn't mean you won't have individual stocks that have news that are doing their own thing. And frankly, a stock can go to +3, +4, +5 ATR. It's not the same for a stock, but when the indexes get there, it's like, okay, let's just whoa, and let's back off and let's wait for either a pullback. Let's wait for some consolidation. The biggest thing is that you can still trade during this period of time, but you don't want to chase extended stocks when the indexes are also extended. It just is a recipe for getting your hands, you get your hand caught with your hand in the cookie jar. Get yourself caught with your hand in the cookie jar. So what I'm doing is trying to find stocks that are not extended. Names like DG, right, which is a beautiful pattern and it's not extended. Names like IonQ, which is a beautiful pattern and it is not extended, right? So I'm looking for these TPS setups, but I'm not chasing names like, and this is one of my favorite names to trade, like UPST here. And this may just keep going, but UPST is also extended. So I'm looking for names that are not extended in this environment. And in the Qs, same thing. If we hit +1 ATR, we pulled back yesterday about to the 80 EMA, sort of closed this gap. From here, I think something like this makes sense, maybe to the 21 EMA, which is kind of coming up. And then we build something like this and probably keep going higher. A lot will depend on the immediate tariff news, but I'm not too worried about that. So we'll see what happens, but I'm looking for sort of consolidation this week. Okay. The name that I really like and that I want to show you is a name that is a potential short squeeze candidate, and that's SOUN. It's Soundhound AI. Now, this is only an $11 stock, so not a very big name. And I really like this weekly squeeze, but what I like more than this weekly squeeze, and let me pull up my scanner tool so I can show you this. Let me just refresh this so I can get the current data. I'll go over to my watch list and I'll change this date to yesterday so I can see these names, and then I'll filter it to show you Soundhound, okay? Now, what I really, really like is a weekly squeeze here, which looks really good. But check this out. The short squeeze, the short float, and I'll move this over so we can see it. The short float on this name is 35%. That's really, really high. And if we look at this chart, if we break over this pivot right in through here around $12 or so, there's room to 15, and then from there it really thins out, and we could see ourselves with a serious short squeeze. And with the indexes pushing, yeah, this is really an interesting setup in my opinion. Okay, so I'm looking at this Soundhound name. If we zoom into the daily, let me show you this. Okay, you can see we had a daily squeeze fired long. The ideal position is in through here off of $10. I don't know that we're going to get an opportunity to get that, so I'm basically willing to buy it anywhere underneath $12, anywhere in through here, and then I'm looking for a move up to 15 to close this gap into earnings, which are on 8.7. So it gives us a perfect opportunity because we can come in here and we can use these 8.15 options, which are right after earnings, right? Oops, sorry. Let me get the correct ticker up here. We can use those 8.15 options, which are right after earnings, to position for this. So what I'm going to suggest doing is I'm actually interested in kind of going a little bit out of the money for this one too, since I've got so much time, but probably I'm going to do these $12 options. You could also do the $10 calls, Or if you really wanted to get wild, right, you could do the $15 calls. And I think they're all three good options, but kind of at the money, in the money, or slightly out of the money. And I wouldn't go past 15, but I think 15 is a pretty good choice too. Actually, let's go with those just for fun. See if we can get a higher percentage win. But I'm going to do the $15 options. So basically, the trade plan would look something like this. Let me go back over to the weekly chart. Put that information right there. No, I can't do it without blocking the chart. But so Soundhound. 8. I'm just going to type this out so you guys can see it. 815, $15 calls. Entry under 12. Target 15 plus, and a stop under 10. So that would basically be my trade plan using the Soundhound, the SOUN, 815, $15 calls, trying to get that entry down and through here and then running it up. All right, that's what I've got for this week. I'll get this chart marked up and included in the update, and I will talk to you guys soon. All right, have a good one. Later.